Thanks for watching Living Local, and get ready to learn all about unique alternative medical treatments with North Myrtle Beach's acupuncture and integrative medicine.
Oh, there's something so real about living local, about the people and the places where we live. Just look at all the reasons why we call this home. And I'm living local. I'm living local 'cause it's where I love to be.
So I came to you and I said, Dr. Weber, is it possible that I could try this out, because everybody else loves it so much and I am so curious how these little needles feel and just the process of it. And I want to just pick your brain about all this stuff.
Okay.
And she said, sure. She said, what you got going on? And I said, well, I don't really have a whole lot of pain. But then you were asking me, well, do you have anxiety or do you have stress?
Most people have anxiety and stress in today's crazy COVID world.
So what are you looking for when you do that, when you push on
Ancient
places?
Chinese secret.
Are these pressure points or are these?
No, they're just
The
confirmation
muscles are?
points for
Okay.
me. When a patient has whatever issue they're coming in for, I have places I think about, and usually I confirm my suspicions by either this is tender, sometimes I'm looking for it to be tender, or sometimes I'm hoping it's not tender.
Right.
In your case, I was looking for these places to be tender.
That's fascinating.
It is an ancient medicine, but I like to approach it more from a scientific background. Our science of today is just now catching up to ancient Chinese secret, and every year we know more and more and more about how Chinese medicine works from a Western medical perspective.
So what is this? It's just cleaning?
Yep, getting rid of any little cooties you might have there on your skin.
Okay.
It
This
is.
is not painful at all.
Now everyone thinks you're going to get filled full of needles. There are a lot of
Right.
misconceptions about acupuncture. You see it on TV, you see it in the movies. It's always way over the top.
Well, you see them coming in and you're like, oh my gosh, that's gonna hurt. With every single one, you're like, oh my gosh, it didn't hurt at all. I didn't even feel that.
Sometimes you do feel a needle.
Okay.
But I tell my female patients, that random bad eyebrow tweeze, and you're like, and it
Yeah.
hurts for 2 seconds. It's not that bad.
No.
If you do feel anything, it's not that bad.
So tell me kind of, how does this work? When these needles are in, what is it doing?
Depending on the combination of points that we're using, and everybody says, oh, what point do you use for this and what point do you use for that? It's not, point A equals problem A, but it's a combination of things. It's like being a chef. They're different ingredients, and depending on how we combine them, we then tell the body to release whatever neurotransmitters we're trying to release. And we stimulate the body to heal itself. The body is a miraculous thing. It just falls off track, and we just have to give it a little nudge back on track. And here you go. This is yin tong. It's just a nice relaxing point. Most of my patients are well into their 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s.
Okay.
That's my specialty.
Sure.
But I am very particular about who I help,
Okay.
or who I take as a patient, because we live in a small town, and
Sure.
my reputation is everything. And
Sure.
I've always been this way, though.
Sure.
If I don't think I can make a significant impact in your life, I'm going to send you on your way. If you come to me with something that I haven't treated or I haven't had good success with, I'm not going to experiment on you today, because this is 18 years I've been doing this. I know what I like to treat.
Yeah, and you know what
So,
you can do.
Yeah.
Is there a place on the body that you always do, like you always do the same for
No.
everybody?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Interesting.
Every treatment plan is customized.
Everybody's different.
Mhm.
Okay.
Totally different. Acupuncture points are a place that the nerves tend to gather.
Okay.
And when we put them in a certain order or in a certain grouping, going back to the
Interesting.
recipe analogy,
Sure.
we're stimulating the neurotransmitters in the body to release.
Wow. So you started because you had
I had
really
cluster
bad
headaches,
migraines.
cluster headaches, multiple migraines at the same time.
And had you tried other things before
I had
getting
tried everything. I was the epitome of my patient.
And how often were you having these migraines?
3, 4, 5 days a week.
Oh my gosh.
I had no life. So I went down to see Bill. 35 years in practice then, he had never treated cluster migraines.
Wow.
But he turned my life around. So I just couldn't get that out of my head, and I had to quit my life and go back to school again. We call them wilting. So when we put the needles in, they were much more erect, and your needles are starting to wilt.
What does that mean?
It means you're done.
That's crazy.
It means you're done. The body has used all it's going to use.
That's amazing. So, what do you strive for as far as the feeling for people when they come in here?
Family.
Family.
I want them to feel pampered. I don't want them to feel like a number. I want to know about their grandkids. I want to know about their golf game. I want to know about their shagging lessons.
Well, I would think it takes a lot of extra energy and purposeful action to be as involved and kind as you are.
It does, but look at how our patients receive that.
Yeah.
Right? It's worth every ounce of extra energy that we spend for that. It's worth every single ounce.